Now joining us via phone call to throw more light on this is Dr. Yahuza Ahmed Gezo. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Thank you for having me.
All right, so how unprecedented is the claim captured of a sitting foreign president by U.S. forces, and what does this mean for international security norms?
Well, I think first of all, we need to look quickly into what is the United Nations and why the United Nations, and why the international politics and why the international diplomacy. Now, the United Nations is a cooperation. It's a coming together. It's a combined, agreed relationship based on the charters and signed memorandum of understanding between nations and state of regions come together as a world collaboration and partnership in order to address issues of security, issues of diplomacy, issues of human rights, issues of state integrity, as well as sovereignty of each and every state as a member of the United Nations, and so on and so forth. So now, looking at the international security, the situation has turned into something else. People keep asking questions. Scholars have been discussing, looking at the America's intervention in Iraq, America's intervention in Iran, America's intervention in many other countries, Libya, Sudan, and what was the result. And at the same time, when we narrow it down to the issue of abuse of integrity, abuse of human rights, abuse of whatever. Yes, of course, even if the Maduro have committed the offense, being charged by the United Nations, by the United States of America under the leadership of Donald Trump, when we listen to the voice of Donald Trump carefully after the attack, the response is given is just that America is exercising its powers on underdeveloped and old nations, taking over the control of the International Court of Justice, taking over the control of diplomacy, taking over the control of the United Nations. In fact, this is just an explanation of the total collapse of the United Nations. Whether it means the activity being conducted in the name of the United Nations is becoming just a celebrity. And all operations of the United Nations are becoming the celebrity because America has declared war against any nation, and that it can do and undo in abusing the human rights, abusing the diplomacy. Despite the fact that America is saying that it is fighting the cause of human rights, it is fighting the cause of recognizing the international community or the state's sovereignty. But what is happening in Israel? Israel have committed so much genocide against Palestinians. There were so many breach of trust and confidence by many other nations against other nations and against other groups. So, but I expect, or we expect, the scholars, we expect the America to have managed the issues according to the provision of law in the international law,
so
in the international diplomacy, in the conventions, in the charters, in the agreement, in the memorandum of understanding, and so on and so forth. So it is very clear that no nation is safe. That is just a clear declaration. It's a new declaration, which I am afraid, if care is not taken, means will drive the international community into a more serious crisis, because the other powers will not show their arms, because probably they may assume that they will be the next. Russia can think that it will be the next. China can think that it will be the next. So they will extend their aggressive status quo and on preparing themselves for whatever circumstance may be.
All right, so Doctor, how do you see this playing out? Do you think this could affect, this action could affect regional stability in Latin America, particularly in countries allied with Venezuela?
Well, it is very clear. Looking at the responses from the presidents of all the states in all that peninsula, it is very clear. They have responded. And their responses have clearly demonstrated what you have asked, have clearly answered your question. All the responses we have seen, we have had, and their comment on their Twitter handles and all other social media, it has been very clear. It has been clarified. A more conflicting situation has been created, a more chaotic, more psychological imbalances.
All right, so from a security intelligence standpoint, what level of planning, cooperation and intelligence will be required for such an operation to succeed?
Well, I think there are three things here. One, the capacity of the aggressor. Two, the activities that have been conducted by the aggressor, which is the United States of America on Iran, the United States of America position on Israeli and Palestinian war, the United States operations in many other peninsulas and many other countries, and many other regions. And also show of force of creating more and more military settlements and military bases in many parts of the world. So it is clear, it's not all about cooperation. It's not all about collaboration. It is all about taking the sole responsibility of taking a forcible leadership control of the international community, of the international diplomacy, of the international politics, of the international relation. It is a collapse of international relation. It is a collapse of international politics. It is a collapse of international diplomacy. It is a collapse of all geopolitical cooperation, among other things. It is really going to destabilize the entire regions, not only the America and the Caribbean and its allies. This will really destabilize the psychology, destabilize the peaceful coexistence, destabilize all the anomalies, whatever you may think of. This attack, what America have done, would have definitely confused and totally sent a signal of a new world order. Because definitely in the next few days to come, there will be a new world order. And that new world order is an emergence of another powers that will come together and probably start building a coalition that may likely drive the international community into a more chaotic diplomatic proceedings.
Doctor, do you see this escalating into a broader military cyber conflict? And what should the international community be watching out for?
Well, absolutely. And the next international committee I'm watching is everybody there will be a kind of a confrontation between the other powers, regional powers, international powers, like USSR, that is Russia, and that of China, and many others, including France. So all these countries and the allies of America will now start asking themselves, what's really going to happen? Who is next? And what will happen? And how will it happen?
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Yahuza Ahmed Getso, for sharing your expertise on this matter.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a great pleasure.
Thank you.